They are. Should be. Hey, hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Shooting the Shit. Oh, you already know what it is, so can't be bothered anymore. Just like, right. So levels checked. It'll have to do because I've been messing about with that thing. The hard drive showing up on the network, it wasn't working. But I finally fixed it, and that's what I was messing about with, and that's why I'm late.
Tisk.
Yes. I forgot about it until I switched on the laptop earlier. It's like, oh shit, I remember. Right. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I have things.
I have 2 articles.
Yay. Right. And next week it's going to be a... Yes.
Okay,
next week it's going to be a totally different show.
What? Oh yeah, because you got the thing. That's right. I'm excited.
Yes. So, hang on. Let's see. We'll do that. There you go. There, that's what it'll be looking like next week. Something like that. Ish. With Discord should be here. It won't be Hangouts anymore, put it like that. So, and the cat moves and stuff. So, and then we can play videos on the TV. I've already got it all working, so it works quite nice. They are. What was the articles I've got? I don't know. I can't remember. Right. Let's find out. Bookmarks. That's not... Oh. God damn it. No, we done that one. No, we done that one last week. Did we do the Zoe's book, did we, last week? No? No, I don't think we did.
We mentioned something about it. I remember mentioning something about it.
Oh, that was a leak.
Oh. And then you made that post about that one guy finding it.
Yeah.
Finding a book, yeah. That's funny.
Let's see for this. Well, there's that article. But I don't want to read it really. But it's Polygon again shilling that shithead woman. And her book's fucking awful. Just it's been they fully ripped the digital version and it's up online for free. And it's just, I don't know why someone would pay for it. Okay. This is another one. We'll just one. I've got this one. This one will work. Let's see. That's the Hangouts. That's no. Another page. Go up there like that, and we can do this. Right, this is retarded, but we're going to have to send a. We're going to send a DS out to this one, I think. So this is a UK art museum that's going to focus on video game sexism and violence. Brilliant.
Oh my god, this is already retarded and cringy.
What? Tell me about it.
Yeah. So hi. Right. So this is a thing. I don't know why they're going to do it, but anyway, A new exhibit is set to open at Victoria and Albert Museum in London. According to the Telegraph, the exhibit will open in September 2018 next year. The focus is sexism and violence in video games.
Wow, it's like the
feature...
feminists just don't get it, or they just want to look for attention to maintain some level of relevance.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Tomb Raider, Grand Theft Auto, and Dead or Alive, to name a few of the franchises where women are stated as being represented as highly sexualized or designed for the gratification of men.
Because the demographic of women to men in video games is the ratio to men and women who play video games is actually very higher. It's like 3 to 1, I believe. I'm not sure about the statistics, but I do know that most of the demographics when it comes to those who play video games, overwhelmingly, it's a total sausage fest. And another two reasons why this would be the case is because sex sells.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's not only that, right? But like, the men are. I
believe there was. Sorry, go ahead.
Fine. The men are depicted as big, muscly guys as well, so I don't get the point.
Anyways, there's like a study done and for advertisements and stuff. At least this is the advertisement, but that when you use an attractive female, it appeals to both men and women. Then when if you just you reach a better target, okay. And you could probably say the same that might be a little true for the gaming industry as well if you take it from advertisements. But I personally like to play attractive looking people in games. I like to be attractive looking female when I'm like fighting and stuff, doing like a fighting game, for instance.
But you couldn't have, well, you sort of could, but there's a reason for. I was going to say you can't have big fatties in fighting games, but they actually do. The reason why is because it's all escapism.
The thing though is like you don't have anybody that's like really super obese in a fighting game. You can't have that. You just have thicker people.
No, you do.
You're
Street Fighter has big fat fucks in it. Like,
I guess like sometimes, but like, it's a fantasy game anyways. I think I saw this article or something that was like pretty freaking hilarious like a while ago where somebody was like wanting fat assassins or whatever.
Yeah.
For Assassin's Creed. No, that's retarded. That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't make sense.
How could the fatty climb buildings and do all that parkour and shit? Could you imagine a fatty jumping down from a building and hitting the hay bales?
and then he'll fumble and fall over and get caught, and then he'll get killed by the guards.
Yeah, and like, he'd be running for like 2 minutes and he'd be dead of a heart attack.
You also can't have a fat person in a zombie game either. You die right away.
Yeah, he'll get food. Yeah. Yeah, it's mostly those with an athletic build that would make the most sense as using for character models in video games. Why? Because it's just basic physics.
At least with the fighting, you have sumo wrestlers, so that.
Yeah, well, that's what. That's
pretty cool.
The other one, what was the other one? Bayonetta, right? Bayonetta was designed by a woman, and the feminists attacked it for being this, and they didn't actually know that it was designed by a woman. They're crazy. They're crazy people. You would think they would do a wee bit of research to find out first before just attacking things on that.
I don't even think that it matters whether or not it's a woman. I think feminists would still have a problem with it. To be quite honest, they're anti-woman as well with a lot of the stuff that they do. Or the right kind of woman. You still have wrong thing.
So former Labour MP and the current Victoria and Albert Museum director Tristram Hunt, I think that's, yeah, Tristram, explained that this was something they wanted to explore and not shy away from, telling the Telegraph, gender, misogyny and violence, we are not moving away from any of that. You have to understand the design component, but you can't remove that entirely from some of the social political context in which it is placed. We are going to address all of these issues. We are not going to shy away from any of that. Okay. What are you talking about, you weirdo? Like, just what?
I don't think they understand what games are.
Probably not.
I think they're still living in the 1980s with the satanic panic.
Yeah, except it's misogyny.
Yeah, it's just like the burning times in 1517, where you know, anything they don't like, they declare it as a witch. And with, I think there was also a moral panic around the Prohibition age, basically due to the temperance movement. And guess what? The temperance movement was started by a bunch of rat femmes, and they worked with the fire and brimstone ministers to basically civilize their husbands. Because the fire and brimstone preachers figured that with the men being civilized and tamed, they're much easier controlled flock, i.e. a much more feminized flock. So they got basically with the trimmed beard, short hair, definitely from homoerotica from ancient Greece. And back around 1800s, like before the temperance movement, the men were rough and tumble, pretty much sported the beard, that sort of Wild West kind of style. Their hair was a lot, shaggier, longer even. And sometimes they would get drunk, whore out at a brothel, and if they get crossed the wrong way, they would gun somebody down. Wild West society is interesting.
Yeah, I like the games based in it too. The games are pretty fun.
Oh yes, yeah, they are fun. I gotta play some of those.
Yeah, I wish they would fucking release Red Dead Redemption on the PC. Don't understand why they don't.
They'll make a lot of money that way. Plus, all the mods you can get from that people will put there.
Mm-hmm. I just don't understand that part of the Rockstar. Don't get it. Right, so this creator is an idiot. The exhibition will consider the development and the social political discussions around video games. A new wave of critics and designers are eagerly directly with subjects of sexuality and violence and geopolitics, and these topics will feature within the show. Our aim is to engage with such subjects in a nuanced and sensitive way that provokes discussion. No, you don't want discussion. None of you want discussion. You just want to call everyone fucking misogynist and sexist and fucking all that shit. The topic of sexism.
Discussion, but only discussion that agrees with it.
Yeah, it's so fucking weird. Although I did say this in games, but yesterday when I was out, I got stopped by a woman that was working for Oxfam, and she stopped me and asked my name and shook my hand and shit, and then she goes, I went, no, right, because I wanted to get away. And it's like, you don't even know what I'm going to ask you yet. I was like, yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like, don't care. And she was like, well, don't you think women should have the same rights as, like, men? And I was like, well, they already do. She's like, no, they don't. I was like, well, name me a law right now that you don't get the same treatment as men. And she just didn't say anything. And then she went, oh no, but they get raped and stuff and they get away with it and all that. And I was like, you're not here. Like, it doesn't happen here. She was like, no, I'm talking about other countries and that. I was like, oh, right, but that's completely different. Anyway, so I had that long conversation with her, and she's like, oh, I hate the feminists. And she's like, I'm one of the ones, I don't really care like about all that stuff. And I was like, right. She was like, oh, I hate the ones that say the misandry ones that hate men and stuff. I was like, right, aye. And then she was on about the wage gap and stuff. And I was like, no, like if you look it up, it's like 2%. It's usually either because women are working less hours or they don't ask for a pay rise, and the men do. That's it. And she was like, is it really? I was like, yeah, that's pretty much, you go and look at any study with the economists that have done the studies, that's basically what it comes down to. And she was like, oh. And I was like, well, put it like this. If it was the case, then as a business, why would I not just employ women? Like, and she was just like, oh, right, aye. I'll need to look that up. So yeah, I basically red pilled her on the street. It was quite good. I should have told her to watch the Red Pill documentary, but I completely forgot about it. But yeah, that was something. And she was on about female mutilization and all that shit. And I was like, yeah, but they do it to men as well. She's like, yeah, that's a good point. I know, right? Yeah, we should work on that as well. I was like, well, there you go then. So she was like in total agreement with nearly everything I said. So that was quite good. What else was it? I don't know. There was like other things as well, but I can't remember. But yeah, she basically was saying, I'll need to look this stuff up when I get home and stuff like that. So yeah. No, she was quite nice and open and whatever to different ideas and stuff. And
that's good.
And she said, oh, there was a guy. There was a guy that said to her, oh, nice legs. And she said that was a bit sexist. And I was like, well, is it though? Like, because if someone said that to me, I'd be like, hey, thanks. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, depends the way you think about it, right? How is that sexist? Or maybe he's just like, she said he was an older guy. But then I was like, well, it depends on the way you think about it, right? Maybe he was just trying to give you a compliment. And she goes, yeah, I didn't think anything of it until I was talking to my friend. And then we both kind of decided that it was a bit sexist. And I was like, well, see, maybe it's the way you're thinking about it, because you didn't mind at the time. It was only when you thought about it with your friends. And I guess your friend's a feminist. And it was like, yep. I was like, there you go then. That's how it works. He's both kind of worked on it, coming from a different angle, like the wrong one, because you don't know what the guy might have just meant it as a compliment. It didn't mean it to be like sexist or whatever. It's just a compliment. Like, get over yourself. And she went, nah, maybe you're right. I suppose. So yeah, that was a weird conversation to be having in the street.
Maybe you saved her from mindlessly following the cult of feminism.
Oh yeah, no, she was quite nice. She wasn't a weird one.
She wasn't a crazy one.
Yeah, she was already saying that she wasn't a crazy one. Like, she's not a man-hater or anything. She doesn't like they ones. And she says some of her friends are a bit like that. And then I was like, that friend, it'll be that friend that went, oh, that's sexist, that guy's saying that to you. And stuff like that. So
I always take things like that as compliments. I'm like, oh, thank you.
yeah, ta. I mean, And then, yeah, went into a conversation. And she's like, "Oh, how would you like it if someone went past and said nice biceps?" I would be like, "Yeah, thanks." Like, be like, like, and like, I mean, I don't understand how you would take that to be sexist. I don't get it. Just, oh fucking hell. Anyway, so yeah, we all know it's the topic of sexism in games that's been going on since 2012. Gamers have been burned out of constantly being pelted from every angle of the media, including their own enthusiast media outlets, telling them that they're sexist, misogynist, racist, transphobic Nazis. Look, I love it. It's brilliant. I think it's fucking awesome. I've got that used to it now. I just laugh at it when you come up with that shit. It's like, yay. It's a cavalcade of name calling that graduated from the inner enthusiast press critics covering video games to the broader culture war, where left-leaning outlets have now branded anyone who doesn't adopt so-called progressive views as a sexist, racist, Trump supporter and Nazi. I don't even think Nazis support Trump, to be fair. He's a bit too moderate for them, I would think. But yeah, the comic book fans are getting it as well. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. There's going to be a museum exhibit talking about sexism in video games. Brilliant. I mean, for fuck's sake. What else did I go?
Maybe somebody should go with bats there.
Well, DS is going to go. I've roped him in it. He goes, "Oh, that's quite close to me." I was like, "You need to go and bring videos and photos and stuff."
Yes. Oh my god, I love
it. But it's not until next year, so.
So what I missed?
Not much. Gabby I, do you know about this? This
Oh yeah, I know about it. I'm up to speed about it. Apparently, there was this meme that Gab ordered for it to get taken down, and they just went through a bit of the well, what's what I'm looking for? Oh yeah, basically it's a form of censorship.
Yeah, so the legal department from a company, the register company, sent a threat to Gabby I, demanding that they would remove the post that was reported to them as being offensive. They gave the social media network 48 hours to take down the post, otherwise they would take action and terminate the service for Gabby I. So that means they would lose their domain name, which is like, you can't. There's nothing Gab could do. To be fair, they had to do this, or they would lose. They would lose the registration on the website. So, Kotaku in Action user B Volleyball Ready posted up comment in the thread about that act of censorship, like I did to a Medium post by Gab's administrators, who explained how they either had to censor the post or face the consequences of losing the domain name. They received the notice from Instra's corporation's legal team, who threatened them with termination if they didn't remove the offending post from Gabby I after they received complaints about the post. The important segment of the letter states, last week we received a formal complaint relating to an image and content visible on Gabby I. Please find the link below relating to the content that has been reported. As per our abuse policy, we ask you that you remove any images and content that are in violation of the policies within the next 48 hours. The letter proceeds to link to the abuse policy with requesting that once the offending content is removed from the site, they can confirm it by replying to the email. In the post, Gab's admins explained they noted that they had received a formal complaint about content posted on Gab. They cited the individual link in question and told us we had 48 hours to remove any images that were in violation of their policies. You'd also note in their guidelines that they typically give 15 days. In our case, we were given 48 hours to act. It is true that the Aerithradio.com terms of service regarding the abuse policy states that they usually give you 15 days to remedy the problem. On page 5 of the abuse policy, the terms of service states blah 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 blah. Right. So so they basically took it. They had to take it down. Well, some people might think it's easy to wave off the German. Hang on. However, there's another side to the coin regarding offensive content. Some regions have been enforcing digital media content providers' facilities to crack down on hate speech within 48 hours. In fact, Germany's new, whatever law that is, also known as the Network Enforcement Law, was passed this summer, which requires major networks to remove hate speech within 48 hours. Otherwise, you could face a 50 million euro fine. While some people might think it's easy to wave off the German network enforcement law, it's not so easy when there are almost identical censorship mandates like the Tory manifesto in the UK, which is where Aerithradio.com's parent company is located. The London, England-based business could be capitulating to avoid any potential problems with fines or penalties of their own. It's like trickle-down censorship. So where does this leave Gab AI? Well, they are left with an unfortunate choice of censorship or lose the website, the post states. We believe this effort was coordinated and planned. We knew this day would come, and now we have entered a crossroads with a very binary decision. Remove one post or lose our entire domain, and this the entire website. Our choice was very clear to me. The post needs to come down. If it does not, we lose the domain. We lose our domain. To my knowledge, there are no pro-free speech domain registers, and that is a massive problem. Gab hopes that Web 3.0 will bring about a more decentralized platform for free speech built on blockchain. However, right now, it's a matter of playing by the rules or finding oneself out of a domain name and hosting provider. In this case, Gab did have to concede and censor the offending post last.
I'm gonna stop you for just a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and make myself food, okay?
Yeah. At least the register take their name. They do end on a positive note, asking for more engineers to join the effort and build a more free and open web. Right in. We're actively looking for new registrar. This post will hopefully inspire other teams to start building or attract talented engineers to Gab who want to help us protect free and open web. For now, you'll just have to watch what you post in Gab AI, especially given many SJWs and anti-free speech. And our co-communists will be looking for opportunities to get the quasi-free speech platform shut down. Yeah, That's what they do, though, isn't it? It's like,
Is there any way to actually beat these guys?
not really. And like, you'd have to make your own shit. Like, the Gabby I guy would have to do everything himself, like including the register or the web space, all that stuff. Apart from that, there's not really anything that you can do. Really, that's just the way it is. Which is quite. I mean, I know how they. Like, I don't blame Gab for that. Like, they had no choice. Like, completely no fucking choice. They had to do it or they would get fucked. So, I would take it down too. If I was saying I had to make the same decision because, like, there's nothing else.
I would have told them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, but then you would lose your website.
Then I'll find another domain name and start over.
But but then that one would be treated the same.
Let's just hope the Internet 2.0 can pretty much fix this shit.
It's already the Internet 2.0. You mean 3.0?
Internet 3.0? Yeah, that shit.
Because 2.0 is the social media stuff.
And 3.0 will be blockchain?
Yeah. Because 2.0 is like the social media stuff, the like YouTube and streaming and all that shit, like that stuff. Because before it was just like web pages without much multimedia stuff. You know what I mean? Like videos and all that.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, I remember. I'm an old man. I remember the times. The dark times. It was more free because you could do whatever the fuck you wanted. But the time it would take to get anything was shit. Like 56k modems.
Is there at least any place where they can give you a domain name and not get your ass censored? So basically, that you just pay it and they'll let you pay for it and they'll let you do whatever the hell you want.
No, all of them have some type of policy. All of them.
Well, let's hope technology either saves the day or wipe us out. You know, at this point, you know what it is, right? Either there'll be two routes. There'll either be restoration, rebirth, or oblivion.
Yeah, pretty much. But I can see how the blockchain one would work because there's no localized server. So there isn't a place that can just shut you down because it's like BitTorrent or BitTorrent or whatever the hell they call it. It's a whole network of PCs that keep everything up. It's not just one host. Like,
yeah, decentralized. I think that's the best way to go to because that'll be harder to take down.
Yeah, and that's what that blockchain thing is. It's like everything's decentralized, so that's how it would work. That's the only way that I can see it working.
Yeah, it's probably our last shot. Otherwise, we may have to actually hope for a solar storm.
Yeah, probably. Right. It's time for YouTube to go bye-byes. So...
Yeah, YouTube is pretty much a sinking ship. I'm just waiting until it actually crashes. And I don't really worry about it because I got, like, other shit to do. I can find other ways to make it.
Yeah, but I'm talking about, like, this episode of Shooting the Shit is going off of YouTube Now, if you still want to listen, you can tune in on aerithradio.co.uk and press the big play button, and it's going on the radio now. Yeah, so but YouTube, man, I don't like it. That's why I'm getting away from Hangouts and stuff next week when I get decent internet.
Yeah, we'll probably have to try another communication platform.